Welcome to the English Masterclass. In this video, we are going to focus on one of the most important parts of learning English: training your mouth. Many learners spend hours studying grammar or memorizing vocabulary, but they still cannot speak smoothly. The reason is simple. They have not trained their mouths to move in English. Today, I will show you how to change that. Think of your mouth as a muscle. Just like an athlete trains their body, you must train your mouth if you want it to perform well. Without practice, the muscles in your lips, tongue, and jaw will stay stiff and slow, making speaking feel unnatural. But with daily training, your mouth will become flexible, quick, and comfortable, allowing English to flow more easily. Remember how you learned your first language as a baby. You did not start with grammar books or vocabulary lists. Instead, you copied sounds, repeated them many times, and slowly turned them into real words. Babies learn by moving their mouths again and again until speech becomes natural. You can follow the same process as an English learner, no matter your age. Most learners wait for confidence before they start speaking, but this is the wrong approach. Confidence is not something you get before speaking, it comes after speaking many times. If you wait for the perfect moment, you will wait forever. The best way to build confidence is to train your mouth every day, even if you make mistakes along the way. The first technique is called shadowing. Shadowing means listening to a native speaker and repeating at the same time, like their shadow. At first, it feels difficult because you try to copy rhythm, speed, and pronunciation all together. But if you practice daily with short clips, your mouth will begin to follow English naturally, almost like singing along to a song. Start small with shadowing. Choose a 1-minute video, podcast, or speech and repeat it again and again. Do not worry about mistakes in the beginning. Focus on moving your mouth and following the speaker's flow. Over time, your brain and mouth will connect, and you will notice that your sentences become smoother and closer to real conversation. Another useful method is tongue twisters. These are short phrases that challenge your mouth to move quickly. For example, she sells seashells by the seashore, or Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. At first, say them slowly and clearly. Then, little by little, increase your speed. You will laugh at mistakes, but that laughter is proof that you are exercising your mouth. Tongue twisters are not just fun, they are training tools. They strengthen your lips and tongue, making difficult sounds easier to produce. Many actors and public speakers use them before going on stage. If professionals train their mouths this way, you should too. 10 minutes of tongue twisters each day can make your English sound sharper and more natural. The mirror exercise is another powerful tool. Stand in front of a mirror and speak to yourself in English. Describe your clothes, your feelings, or your plans for the day. Watching yourself helps you see how your mouth moves. It also builds confidence because you get used to hearing and seeing yourself speak. Over time, it feels less strange and more natural. Repetition is the secret to mastery. Take simple sentences and repeat them many times. For example, I am learning English every day, or practice makes my speaking better. Say each sentence 10 times in a row. At first, it feels mechanical, but soon your mouth will memorize the movement. Later, when you speak to others, these sentences will come out automatically. Recording yourself is another excellent habit. Use your phone and record yourself speaking for 1 minute. Talk about your morning, your family, or your favorite food. Then listen carefully to the recording. At first, you may not like your voice, but this is normal. Over time, you will notice small improvements and feel proud of your progress. Many learners study English only in their minds, but real growth comes from using the mouth. Your brain may know the rules, but if your mouth has never practiced, the words will not come out. Think of it like knowing how to play piano in theory, but never touching the keys. To truly learn, you must play. And in English, that means speaking out loud. Daily practice is the key. Even 10 minutes every day will change your fluency. Consistency is more powerful than long study sessions once a week. Just like athletes train daily to stay sharp, you should train your mouth daily to stay flexible. Over weeks and months, you will notice that English begins to feel easier and more automatic. Do not be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are proof that you are practicing. Every error is a step forward because it teaches your mouth how to adjust. The more mistakes you make, the faster you learn. Avoiding mistakes means avoiding growth. If you welcome them, you will improve much more quickly than learners who stay silent. Speaking English is like playing a sport or an instrument. You cannot become skilled by watching or reading alone. You must practice with your body, your mouth, your lips, and your tongue. Every time you repeat a sound or sentence, you are training. Every day you practice, you are building muscle memory. Soon, English will come out naturally without effort. Shadowing, tongue twisters, mirror practice, repetition, and recording yourself are your 5 main exercises. Together, they form a complete training plan for your mouth. Use them every day in small sessions, and you will see your fluency grow. Think of them as workouts for your speaking muscles. Each one strengthens a different part. As you continue practicing, you will notice changes. Your sentences will sound smoother, your pronunciation will become clearer, and people will understand you more easily. Most importantly, you will feel more confident. Speaking will no longer feel heavy or stressful. Instead, it will feel light and enjoyable, like a skill you truly own. The truth is simple. You cannot learn to speak English only by reading or listening. You must train your mouth. It is the bridge between your brain and the outside world. The more you move it, the stronger that bridge becomes. When your mouth is ready, your thoughts will flow out naturally in English. This is the beginning of your training journey. Do not wait for the perfect time. Do not wait for someone to practice with. Start today, right now, even if you are alone. Speak to the mirror, repeat sentences, or record your voice. Each small step will bring you closer to fluency. This is the real secret to speaking English confidently. Now that you understand the basics of training your mouth, it is time to take the next step. In this part, we are going to focus on building strong habits that make speaking practice a natural part of your day. Many learners start with excitement, but quickly stop because they don't have a system. A strong routine will make your progress steady and unstoppable. First, decide when you will practice. The best time is not about morning or evening, it's about consistency. Choose a time that you can keep every single day, even if it's just 10 minutes. When you train at the same time daily, your brain and body expect it, and your mouth becomes ready to practice. This turns training into a habit instead of a random task. Second, prepare short material for daily use. You don't need long books or difficult scripts. Choose a small story, a short podcast, or even a page of a graded reader. Use the same material for several days and practice it deeply. Repetition makes your mouth faster because you already know the meaning, so your focus can stay on speaking clearly. Third, combine speaking with listening. Listening alone is not enough, and speaking without input can feel empty. But when you hear a phrase and then repeat it immediately, you connect both skills. Your ears teach your brain, and your mouth copies what it hears. This balance is powerful because it makes you sound more natural, closer to native rhythm and tone.
An advanced technique is called backshadowing. Instead of speaking at the same time as the audio, you pause after each sentence and repeat it exactly. This gives you more control and lets you copy not only the words, but also the intonation. Try to sound like an actor imitating a role. The closer you copy, the more flexible your mouth becomes. Another technique is speed training. Take one short passage and practice it slowly at first. Then read it faster and faster, pushing your mouth to move quickly. At first, you will stumble, but this pressure helps you improve control. Just like a runner who trains with sprints, your mouth becomes stronger and faster when you practice speed. Another important part of speaking is breathing. Many learners forget that speaking is not just about words, but also about breath control.
Practice reading one paragraph out loud and notice when you run out of air. Then train yourself to take quick, quiet breaths in the middle of sentences. This will help you speak longer without losing energy or breaking flow. Do not ignore pronunciation practice. Some sounds in English may not exist in your first language, and your mouth is not used to making them. For example, the th sound in words like think or this is difficult for many learners. Train by putting your tongue lightly between your teeth and blowing air for th. Repeat slowly until your mouth gets used to it. The R and L sounds are also tricky for many people. The R sound needs the tongue to curl slightly back, while the L sound uses the tongue touching the top of the mouth. Practice minimal pairs like light and right, or glass and grass. Repeating these pairs trains your mouth to switch between similar sounds quickly and correctly. Another good practice is stress and rhythm. English is not a flat language where all words sound the same. Some words are stressed and others are weaker. For example, in the sentence, I want to go now, the words want and go are stronger. Practice reading short sentences and exaggerating the stressed words. This makes your English sound more natural. Intonation is also important. It is the music of English. Rising tones often show questions, while falling tones show endings. Try saying, "Are you coming?" with a rising tone and "Yes, I am" with a falling tone. Practicing intonation makes your English sound alive instead of robotic. Your mouth learns not just words, but also the melody of speech. Now let's talk about building a daily routine with these exercises. Start with 1 minute of shadowing as a warm-up. Then spend 3 minutes on tongue twisters. After that, practice 5 sentences with repetition. Next, do mirror speaking for 5 minutes about your day. Finally, record yourself for 2 minutes and listen back. This short routine covers everything. As you improve, increase the challenge. Choose longer texts for shadowing, harder tongue twisters, and more advanced sentences. Try recording 2 or 3 minutes instead of 1. The goal is always to push your mouth a little further each time. Growth happens at the edge of your comfort zone, so keep moving forward. Find small chances to speak in daily life. Talk to yourself while cooking, walking, or cleaning. Describe what you are doing in English. I am cutting vegetables. I am washing the dishes. Or I am walking to the store. These small moments train your mouth without pressure and make English a natural part of your thinking. If possible, join a speaking club or language exchange. Talking to real people is the ultimate test of your mouth training. You will feel nervous at first, but that nervous energy pushes you to improve. Remember, other learners also make mistakes, so you are not alone. Every conversation is practice, and every word you say is progress. Technology can also help. Use apps that focus on speaking and pronunciation. Some apps let you repeat after a model voice and then compare your recording. Others give you short speaking prompts daily. Treat these tools as workout machines for your mouth. They are not perfect, but they give you structure and motivation. Keep a speaking diary. Every day, record a short entry where you talk about your thoughts or experiences. Save all the recordings in one folder. After a month, listen to the first one again. You will hear clear progress, even if you did not notice it day by day. This will motivate you to continue training your mouth consistently. Remember, your goal is not perfect English. Your goal is communication. Do not worry if your accent does not sound like a native speaker. Many successful people speak English with accents, and they are still understood worldwide. Focus on clarity, rhythm, and confidence. Training your mouth will give you these three qualities over time. Progress may feel slow at times, but every small step counts. Each shadowed sentence, each tongue twister, each mirror talk builds muscle memory. You can't see the change after one day, but after a month or a year, the difference is massive. Speaking English will feel lighter, smoother, and more natural than you ever imagined. So in this part, we learned how to move from basic exercises into stronger habits. We talked about choosing daily times, using short material, combining listening and speaking, practicing sounds, rhythm, intonation, and building routines. These steps are the foundation of real fluency. If you follow them, your mouth will become more trained every single day. By now, you know the main exercises and routines to train your mouth, but the real challenge is using them in real life. Many learners practice alone but freeze when they must speak to others. This part will help you bridge the gap between practice and real conversation so that your training turns into real confidence. The first step is to practice thinking in English. Most learners translate from their own language before speaking, which slows them down. To change this, try describing simple things around you directly in English. For example, when you see a bus, think, "The bus is coming." When you eat, think, "I am eating rice." Training your mind in English makes speaking faster. Start small with thinking practice. Do not try to think about everything in English at once. Choose one activity, like cooking, and use only English in your head for that time. As your brain gets used to it, add more situations. This way your mouth will already know what to say when you need to speak, because the thought is ready in English. Another important step is using speaking triggers. A trigger is a small reminder that tells you to practice. For example, every time you wash your hands, say a sentence in English like, "I am cleaning my hands." Every time you open a door, say, "I am going inside." These tiny moments keep your mouth moving all day without needing extra time. Practice speaking aloud when you are alone. Many learners feel shy, but talking to yourself is powerful. Pretend you're explaining something to a friend. Tell the story of your day, or explain how to cook a meal. The more you do this, the more comfortable your mouth becomes with long sentences. Soon, speaking will feel less like study and more like a habit. Role play is another strong method. Choose a situation like ordering food at a restaurant and act it out. Say, "Hello, I'd like a coffee, please," or "Can I see the menu?" Imagine the answers too and reply to them. Role play builds automatic responses so that when the real moment comes, your mouth knows exactly what to say. Movies and TV shows can also be part of your training. Watch a short scene and repeat the lines out loud as if you were an actor. Copy the tone, rhythm, and emotion. This not only trains your mouth, but also makes your speaking sound more natural. Over time, your mouth will remember the patterns and deliver them automatically in conversation. Do not be afraid to exaggerate during practice. Open your mouth wider, move your lips more, and make your voice louder. This stretches your speaking muscles and makes real conversation easier. Just like athletes practice harder than the actual game, your mouth practice should feel stronger than normal speaking. Then real life feels easy by comparison. Another great practice is storytelling. Tell a simple story from your life, like what happened yesterday, or share a childhood memory. Speak slowly at first, then tell it again faster. Storytelling trains your mouth to connect sentences together, not just short phrases. It also builds confidence because you learn to express bigger ideas in English. Try practicing with pictures. Look at a photo in a magazine or online and describe what you see. For example, the man is wearing a blue shirt. He is smiling at the camera. There is a dog beside him.
This trains your mouth to build sentences from observations, which is very similar to real conversation. It's simple, but very effective. If you want to push further, practice debates with yourself. Choose a simple topic like, which is better, tea or coffee? First, argue for tea. Tea is healthier and helps me relax. Then, argue for coffee. Coffee gives me energy and focus. Switching sides makes your mouth flexible, and it prepares you for conversations where opinions are exchanged. It is also helpful to mix emotions into your practice. Say the same sentence in different tones: happy, sad, angry, surprised. For example, say, I can't believe it, with excitement, then again with sadness. Emotions train your mouth in different rhythms and sounds, which will make your real conversations feel more natural and expressive. Remember that confidence is not the absence of fear. It is action in spite of fear. When you speak English with others, you may still feel nervous. That's normal. But your mouth training gives you the strength to push through. Every time you use English in real life, you are breaking the wall of fear and building new confidence. Start with small conversations. Say hello to a shopkeeper, thank a waiter in English, or greet a stranger with a smile and a short phrase. These little interactions may seem small, but they're powerful. Each time you succeed, you prove to yourself that you can use English outside of practice. Over time, small talks grow into full conversations. If you have friends who also want to improve, practice together. Set aside 10 minutes where you only speak English. Choose a topic like my favorite movie or what I ate today. Encourage each other to keep speaking, even with mistakes.
This safe environment gives your mouth practice with real interaction and makes learning fun. Technology can connect you with people worldwide. There are many apps and websites where you can talk to native speakers or other learners. Even if the conversation is short, it gives you real training. Do not wait until you feel ready. Use what you have learned, make mistakes, and keep going. This is how training becomes real fluency. Another key to progress is patience. Training your mouth takes time. Just like building muscles at the gym, results are not visible immediately. But if you keep showing up daily, you will feel changes slowly. Your words will come out faster, your pronunciation will feel clearer, and your sentences will connect more smoothly. Trust the process. Motivation is also important. Remind yourself why you are learning English. Maybe it is for travel, for work, for study, or for making friends. Write your reason down and look at it every day. When practice feels boring, remember your goal. That motivation will push you to keep training your mouth even on difficult days. In this part, we focused on real-life practice. We talked about thinking in English, using triggers, speaking alone, role-playing, copying movies, storytelling, picture description, debates, emotions, and building small conversations. Each method brings you closer to natural speech. Together, they prepare your mouth for real communication with confidence. Now that you have learned the basics and practiced real-life situations, it is time to take your training to the next level. This part is about mastery, building long-term habits and keeping your progress alive for years to come. Training your mouth is not only about words, it is about building an identity as a confident English speaker. The first step toward mastery is consistency. Even if you practice for just 10 minutes a day, that is better than 2 hours once a week. Your mouth, like any muscle, improves with daily use. When you train every day, the small improvements add up, and before you know it, speaking English becomes as natural as breathing. To keep your routine strong, create a personal practice plan. For example, Monday could be tongue twisters, Tuesday could be storytelling, Wednesday could be role-playing, Thursday could be copying movie lines, and Friday could be free talking about your week. A weekly plan makes training more organized and prevents boredom. You should also track your progress. Record yourself speaking once a week and listen again later. You will notice changes in clarity, speed, and confidence. At first, hearing your own voice may feel strange, but over time it becomes a powerful tool. These recordings will show you that your hard work is truly paying off. A great way to level up is shadow practice. Choose an English video or podcast,
Play a short section and speak at the same time as the speaker. Try to match their speed, pronunciation, and rhythm. It will be difficult at first, but shadowing forces your mouth to move quickly and smoothly, almost like running with a strong athlete beside you. Another advanced method is improvisation. Instead of memorizing sentences, train yourself to create sentences on the spot. Pick a random word like travel and talk about it for 1 minute without stopping. At first you might hesitate, but the more you practice, the faster your brain connects ideas and the more fluent your mouth becomes. Visualization can also boost your training. Imagine yourself in an important situation, like giving a presentation or talking in a job interview. Picture the room, the people, and the feeling of speaking confidently. Then actually practice speaking as if it's happening. Visualization prepares your mind and mouth for success before the real moment arrives. As you grow, focus on pronunciation details. Pay attention to stress, intonation, and connected speech. For example, in English, we often link words together, like want to becoming wanna. Practice these patterns to sound more natural. Small details in pronunciation can make a big difference in how fluent and confident you sound. Reading aloud is another simple but powerful habit. Take an English book or article and read 1 page aloud every day. Reading aloud trains your eyes, brain, and mouth to work together. Over time, you will notice smoother sentences, better pronunciation, and stronger speaking stamina. It's like lifting weights for your mouth. At the mastery stage, it is important to embrace mistakes. Many learners fear errors, but mistakes are signs of progress. Each wrong word shows you where to improve. Think of mistakes as stepping stones, not roadblocks. The more mistakes you make, the faster you learn because you're testing your skills in real action. Confidence grows when you celebrate small wins. Did you have a short conversation in English today? That's a win. Did you pronounce a difficult word correctly? Another win. These victories may look small, but together they build a mountain of confidence. Always celebrate progress, no matter how small it seems. Another secret of mastery is teaching others. If you explain what you have learned to a friend or even to yourself, your mouth practices even more. For example, teach someone a tongue twister or show them how to role play. Teaching forces you to speak clearly, and it also strengthens your own understanding. Community is also powerful. Join English-speaking groups, online or offline, where people share the same goal. When you surround yourself with learners, you get encouragement, accountability, and practice partners. Being part of a community makes training your mouth more enjoyable, and it keeps you motivated for the long journey. Think of English like a sport. A football player does not stop training after learning the rules. They keep practicing, playing, and improving their skills every day. Speaking English is the same. The more you play the game, talking, listening, practicing, the stronger your mouth becomes and the easier it is to perform under pressure. As you continue, push yourself with challenges. Try giving a short speech, joining an online debate, or telling a story to strangers. Challenges may feel scary, but they are the fastest way to grow. Every challenge you face adds a new layer of strength to your mouth and confidence to your speaking ability. Always remember that fluency is not perfection. Even native speakers pause, restart, or use fillers like and Don't aim for perfect grammar or accent. Aim for clear communication. The goal of training your mouth is to make English flow naturally, not to sound like a robot. Fluency is freedom, not perfection. When you feel stuck, change your practice style. If you are bored of reading, try singing English songs. If you're tired of role plays, try debates. Variety keeps your brain fresh and your mouth active. Just like in the gym, changing your routine challenges new muscles and prevents your progress from slowing down. Mastery also comes from patience with yourself. Some days you'll feel strong, other days weak. That's normal. What matters is that you keep showing up. If you stay patient and keep practicing, your mouth will transform slowly but surely. Remember, fluency is not built in 1 month, it's built in months and years of steady effort. At this final stage, make English part of your identity. Stop saying, I am learning English. Start saying, I am an English speaker. This small shift in identity changes the way you act. When you see yourself as an English speaker, your brain and mouth start working together to make it true. Your belief becomes your reality. So let's recap everything. In part 1, you learn the basics, mouth warm-ups, tongue twisters, and repetition. In part 2, you built daily exercises and speaking drills. In part 3, you connected practice to real-life conversations. And now, in part 4, you learned how to master fluency with consistency, advanced methods, and long-term habits. Training your mouth is not only about words, it is about building an identity as a confident English speaker. The final lesson is simple. Don't stop. Your training doesn't end with this video. Every conversation, every practice, every moment is part of your journey. Keep your mouth active, keep your confidence alive, and remember, you're not just learning English, you're becoming an English speaker. The power is already inside you.